Hey guys, I'm Wolfie, and this is the NFL Divisional Round Predictions. Let's go, baby. First up, we got the Texans versus Chiefs. Now, I understand that the Chiefs are coming off some rest, right? 25 days. That's a lot. But the Chiefs have Patrick Mahomes, considered one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. They have Andy Reid, considered one of the greatest head coaches of all time. And they have an excellent defense. The Chiefs team is going up against the Texans, who are coming off an amazing win against the Chargers. Very dominant, very belt to ass. Okay, that Chargers team, it was actually relatively pretty good. And what they did against that team was, it didn't start very well, but they started to feel themselves and got a little bit better, and they ran away with that W. That's what they did. Justin Herbert, sure, was the reason why they mainly lost that game, okay, against the Texans, okay? But the Texans have a lot of momentum, have a lot of energy coming into this game. D'Amico Ryans is an excellent defensive coordinator, made the plays that he had to win that game and ran out the clock and made sure the Chargers had no chance of coming back. With that being said, the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win this game 21-17. It's going to be a little bit of a low-scoring game at first, and then Patrick Mahomes at the end of the game with 5 minutes or so left is going to make a touchdown or get a field goal. They have to solidify the win for this team. The Chiefs have some sort of black magic with them right now. The Chiefs have the luck. They're the luckiest team in the NFL, and we all know what Patrick Mahomes does in the playoffs. He's considered one of the greatest head quarterbacks in the playoffs itself. They have Travis Kelce, who's not playing very good in the regular season, but he's still really good in the playoffs. So I do expect that Hall of Fame tight end to perform. They have an excellent guard to center situation. Maybe not the best tackles in the world, but that's not going to matter. They have Pacheco, Hollywood Brown coming back, one of the best defenses in the league. I just think that when it comes down to it, Patrick Mahomes is going to do Patrick Mahomes things. And at the end of the game, Patrick Mahomes is going to score either a touchdown or get them in field goal range to win this game. It's going to be good, I think. I think it's going to be a lot better than people give it credit for. And I know the whole world's against the Texans. I want the Texans to win. I truly, truly do. But if I had to be honest, if I had to be real with myself, the Chiefs are going to win this game, and they're going to head into the AFC Championship game. And I hope I'm wrong. I really do. Next up, we got Lions versus Commanders in a divisional round battle that a lot of people think the Lions are just going to completely destroy the Commanders. However, the Commanders are coming off a very, very incredible win, very clutch win from Jaden Daniels against the Buccaneers. A lot of people had the Buccaneers actually winning that game. And I think this game is going to be a lot closer than people expect. Okay. The Commanders, a lot of people will doubt them and doubt their ability throughout the entire year. I had them actually performing really well this season, even before the season started. I believed in Dan Quinn. He's been to the Super Bowl. I understand he's at 28-3 on record, but he still went to the playoffs and has won in the playoffs. Okay. They have Bobby Wagner and they have some vets on there that's been here before. Okay. And not to mention, Jaden Daniels is a clutch quarterback. Could he pull a CJ Stroud next year? Yes. But as of this year, Jaden Daniels is clutch. He has that clutch factor right now. He's really good. On that 4th and 1 play to win the game against the Bucs for the field goal, that field goal turned into a doink where it's like, it's a doink, right? But anyway, I digress. Jaden Daniels is going to be incredible in the fourth quarter, just like he always has been throughout the entire regular season, and the playoffs has proven that he's not afraid. Jaden Daniels is not afraid to make the plays he has to. He's not afraid to get hit either, because we all saw that play where he flew, right? And when he did that play fake on 4th and 1 and stiff arm Kancey, and he was like, "Oh, get off me!" A guy who's talking shit to him all game. Jaden Daniels is not afraid to make the plays. He's not afraid to get dirty. Okay, he's not afraid to throw the ball. Now, I do think this is going to be a lot more competitive up to the third quarter. I do not think it's going to be a blowout. I think in the fourth quarter, however, the Lions are just way too good on offense. What you thought of Kyle Shanahan in 2016 and 2017 is what Ben Johnson is today. He is an offensive mastermind. He's insanely good. Jared Goff can throw 5 interceptions and still win a game. Jared Goff can throw less than 100 yards and win by 50-plus points. It does not matter. This Lions team is feeling themselves. I understand what I said about the Chiefs and their rest situation. It's not the same with the Lions. It's not nearly as much. Not to mention the Lions are winning games dominantly and not just based on luck. They're winning games from their own sheer power. Okay. And shout out to their defense also. Their defensive coordinator, I can't seem to think of his name on top of my head right now, knows what he's doing. With pieces falling left and right, injuries here, a revolving door of players. He is putting up numbers. He is stopping offenses and making plays. He knows what he's doing. He is also up for a head coaching job. There's a reason why the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator are up for head coaching jobs this offseason. This team is just way too good. They're just way too the players fight for Dan Campbell way too much, and they don't play afraid. They're not scared, just as much as the Commanders are. And with that being said, I just think with that firepower and with that confidence, compared to that confidence and not as much firepower, I have the Lions winning this game 30-20. I think they covered that 10-point spread the last time I checked, but I think it's going to be close in the third quarter, but the Lions are going to pull away in the fourth quarter, and the magic of Jaden Daniels is not going to be enough to overcome what the Lions do. It's going to be a great game, I think, up until the fourth quarter, and then we're like, okay, we now know who's going to win this game in the fourth quarter, right? They're going to score. I think they're going to score a touchdown and a field goal in the fourth quarter, while the Commanders will probably get shut down maybe to a field goal, and it might be a 23-20 game. So I have the Lions winning this game 30-20. Next up, we got Bills versus Ravens. Juggernaut facing each other. This game is probably the most looked forward to game in the divisional round. This game is going to be intense. This isn't like the Commanders and Lions or Texans versus Chiefs. These are two teams that are coming off very, very dominant wins, belt-to-ass wins. Ravens over the Steelers, belt-to-ass. Bills over Broncos, belt-to-ass. Two incredible teams with two elite quarterbacks. Now, I do not think this is going to be a running game. This is not going to be one through the trenches and running the ball. James Cook was probably the MVP against the Broncos. Let's be real. The run game against the Steelers was the MVP with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. In this game, I think it's going to be a passing game. I think this game is going to come down to who can be the better passer in the end, who can make the most plays in the passing game. Now, Lamar, I do not think is as good as a passer as Allen. However, he has Andrews, possibly Flowers coming back, and has an incredible offensive line. Okay, I know I just said the passing game situation, but the running game with Derrick Henry is going to take the pressure off of the passing game. This game is going to be a high-scoring game. Josh Allen doesn't exactly have the weapons, but his offensive coordinator, Brady, is really good and knows how to scheme it up. This Ravens defense is one of the worst passing defenses in the league. Josh Allen is going to take advantage of that. He's coming off a hot game, throwing incredible passes, incredible plays. That 4th and 1 to that running back in the end zone, who's technically was covered, was incredible. This is going to be a high-scoring game. I think it's going to be somewhere between both teams scoring 30-plus points. And the winner, maybe whoever scores 40 points first. This is going to be an incredible game. However, I'm going to give the passing nod to Josh Allen. Josh Allen is going to make the plays in the passing game more so than Lamar. I trust Lamar more in the passing game. I trust Josh Allen more in the passing game than Lamar Jackson. I understand he has the weapons, but we all saw Lamar Jackson get beat up a little bit against the Steelers. This Bills team is a lot hotter, and it's going to be a lot more fierce than the Steelers were. Okay, because the Steelers on defense looked like they choked. They could not handle it. TJ Watt was a non-factor. They could not stop Lamar. I do think that this game is going to be close throughout the entire thing, and it's going to come down to in the fourth quarter who makes the final play. This game is going to be talked about, I think. These two teams are just way too good. The only way for this game to get out of hand on some level is if Lamar Jackson turns into what we think of Lamar Jackson in the playoffs and be a dud. He is an MVP player in the regular season. He is a stud in the regular season. However, in the playoffs, he hasn't been. And the Steelers is not the test for that. It truly wasn't. And you didn't even see the passing game of Lamar Jackson against the Steelers. It was like the third or fourth most important thing in that game, priority-wise. And I do think the Bills win this game possibly 40-33 or 38-31. It's going to be that type of game. It truly, truly is. I just think that, I just think that the Bills are going to win this game, and it's going to be high scoring. Give me the Bills over the Baltimore Ravens. Last but not least, we got the Rams versus the Eagles. Now, look, this game I think is going to be a lot more competitive than people think. A lot of people think the Rams are going to get demolished by the Eagles. The Eagles have an incredible defense. I mean, incredible defense, helmed by Vic Fangio. He's been a stud all season. They have the best defense in the league. The Eagles offense has the best offensive line in the league. Dallas Goedert, incredible. That stiff arm he did against the Packers, incredible. They have elite wide receiver weapons in A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. They have the best running back in the league in Saquon Barkley. However, the weakness to this team is not the defense. It's not all those things I mentioned. It is Jalen Hurts. Can Jalen Hurts figure it out? Because he was not good versus the Packers. He was missing passes. Checkdowns was what saved him. They needed a turnover from the kickoff from the start of the Packers game, and he had all day to throw that touchdown pass. He was not good. They're going to need Jalen Hurts to play better. He needs to play like a mid quarterback, and they can win this game. Jalen Hurts needs to play mid. He did not play mid. He played terrible. He played like Nathan Peterman out there. And thank God they had those weapons out there and that defense to stop the Packers, because the Packers were relatively in it. And I tell you what, that Packers D-line is not good. That defense is not good. They did not have Jair Alexander out there to help stop the passing game either. They didn't have great players out there. And that offense relatively struggled. It really did with Jalen Hurts out there. Now for the Rams, they have Matthew Stafford, who has been here before, coming off a very hot win against the Vikings. They look damn good. McVay, head coach and offensive coordinator, has been here before and knows how to draw up the plays that they have to. The defense for the Rams are outstanding. Did not see this coming. Everyone thought with Aaron Donald being out that this defense was going to take a dive. No. They have studs on that defense. And that game plan against the Vikings was outstanding. Shut them down entirely. I don't know if it's because the Lions gave them the blueprint or not, but that Rams defense and that Rams team is coming off a very, very hot game, very, very hot situation. The momentum is all in the Rams in this situation. The Eagles are coming off a shaky win against the Packers that they should have dominated. And I mean dominated it. But they didn't. They kind of kept the Packers in it. The Rams are very hot, like I said. And with that being said, I trust Matthew Stafford and the McVay more than I trust the shaky offense and Jalen Hurts of the Philadelphia Eagles. I just think that the Rams are going to carry this insane win against the Vikings and this insane weight of just playing awesome and feeling themselves and the confidence they have into this game. I understand it's going to be snowy, and Matthew Stafford is not known for playing really well in bad weather. But when it comes down to it, making the plays they have to, I trust the Rams more in their situation with Matthew Stafford and McVay and that defense. And they're going to take advantage of Jalen Hurts and how he can't handle the blitz. Let's be real. Now, I want the Eagles to win. I do. I truly do. I'm a 49ers fan. I want this division to be over with and done in the playoffs. I want the Rams to not win another championship for the San Francisco 49ers. They've already won one recently. They cannot win another. But I just, in my gut, I just feel like this team that's super hot is going to make the plays they have to compared to the Eagles team that's struggling right now, because they are struggling. The only thing that's their saving grace is that defense. Now, can Matthew Stafford falter and look terrible in this game? Sure. And that's going to be their saving grace. If last time I checked, I think Matthew Stafford's like 1-8, I think, in bad weather games, because he mostly plays in domes. So, and I think 56% completion percentage, 72, something like that, passer rating in bad weather. And that could be the Achilles heel for the Rams. And that Eagles defense can get to him. But in my gut, in my heart of hearts, just based on what they showed against the Vikings and the confidence they have, I just think the Philadelphia Eagles is going to falter in the end. I think it's going to be a good battle. I think it's going to be close, actually. And I think it's going to be a 3-score game. I got the Rams winning this game 24-21 against the Philadelphia Eagles. Again, I don't want that to happen. I want to be wrong. I want the Eagles to win this game. And I know as a 49ers fan, and 49ers fans out there may feel like I'm betraying the fan base, but that's just what I think is going to win compared to what I want to win. So those are my predictions for the divisional round in the NFL divisional round predictions. I have the Rams going to NFC Championship, and I have the Lions going to NFC Championship. I have the Chiefs going to the AFC Championship, and I have the Bills going to the AFC Championship. This is going to be an awesome championship situation. And, of course, look out for my predictions next week, Friday or Thursday, for the predictions of the AFC NFC Championship games. Thank you guys so much. Like the video, because every single like helps me out. It pushes the video out, and it makes my 49ers heart grow from here to here. And let me know who you guys got in the comment section. I would love to hear it. I always try to get to every single comment whenever I can. I don't always get the alert, but when I see it, I usually respond, because what this channel is just having a great conversation, and that's what it's all about. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, fam. Thank you, Wolfpack. And bang, bang, Niner gang!